Hi friends. Well, I'm sorry I missed all last month putting out a one-of-a-kind journal kit, but here it is, the beginning of July, and I put together a kit I hope you will like. And like I said, it is one of a kind, so I only have one. So first come, first served, and I will put it in my Etsy shop shortly after I show this video. So here we go. I've tried to put all the basics in for you to use, including my own digital set and a few other papers and some ephemera that I made and some ephemera that I had in my stash and some other pieces of ephemera. And okay, so I'll show you as we go. I'm sorry about this glare. I'm going to take these out right now. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to set all this stuff aside right now. I'm going to start with the basic pages, and sorry I forgot a couple more papers I was going to put in here. Okay, so we'll start with my digital kit. So these are my digitals that I made from my own photos. And these, I made another digital kit like this, but these are a little bit different. I've used a different program. I quit using the one I was using because it quit being user-friendly all of a sudden. So I was getting frustrated with it because they changed it and it wasn't any easier to use. So here we go. These are photos that I took years ago at a dahlia farm, and I just love them. And and I printed on the back of each page. This is a digital from Artie Mays. Some of these are Artie Mays. Some of them are other. Isn't that just beautiful? I love this. I love the colors. That also is the Artie Mays. I think it's her Damask, or however you pronounce that, digital set. I just love the way these turned out. I love pink and greens, and there's peaches in here, some darker colors. This is also Artie Mays, from Artie Mays digital set. So pretty. This, I think, is from Scrapbooking with Me. I think this is one of her freebies that we got. I left the white around the edge. You can either cut those off, which will make your page slightly smaller, or like what I've done before, and I've showed in a couple of my videos, is where you take something flat edge and you just, you can either use like a gold pen or some sort of pen to go along there, or you can use your blending inks. Put something flat against that line and then blend it. Turns out really pretty that way. So I'm leaving that to you to do what you want with that. There's this one. So pretty. I'm not sure whose this is, but I think I had it in, I think it might have been a free one that I got off one of those things that I belong to. This is more of a, I don't know if it shows up more white, but so anyway, it's kind of a peachy, very light peachy color on there. This is so pretty. I love dahlias. I wish we had a dahlia farm around here. I could maybe try to grow them, but I don't know. This is in Oregon. So I'm not exactly sure if they would grow that well here. Put this on the back of this one. This is a free thing I got off somewhere. Okay. This one I know is in the middle of the page, but you know, like when you fold it like that, you've got part of it on both sides, so that works. This had a little boo-boo on the side. Like I said, I left it because a lot of times what I do with these, I'll put washi tape or another piece of strip of paper down the side, or you can cut it. I'm leaving that up to you. Whoever gets this can do what they want with it. Okay, I think it goes like this. I don't know. I guess you have to look at these stems, how they're going, so that's probably the way it goes. I love this one. It's beautiful. I just love these colors. And then this is kind of a yellowish brown. Again, here's a little boo-boo here. I'm leaving it. You can do with it what you want to. This, I love this page. Absolutely gorgeous. This is kind of a yellow-green. It shows pretty true color on the screen, so. This one I thought was cute. It had a bee on it, and it really shows up the bee in the digital. I thought that was cute. And this one is a little more, I think I went in and changed, this is what it is, and I changed the color on it a little bit. That's why the other one was a little more yellow. But there's that one. So cute. There's another one in here that's got bees on it. It's really cute. This one is beautiful. And this is kind of a orangey peach color on the back. All of that. And these flowers are pretty much the same. I will, if you're kind of new to making journals and stuff, I'll kind of show you how I would put these together. And with this kit, I would make probably at least two signatures, if not 3, because you've got other pages you can add to it. But I do have videos on how to put, and this one has a bee in it too. Isn't that cute? I love the way these digitals turned out. And pink on the back of this one. These are more of the peachy colors, and put a green on the back here. There's a bee on this one too. Actually, there's 2 bees there, 2 bees down here. Very cute. Now, when you fold this, it's probably going to go right in the middle of those, which if that's okay with you, you could do that. But I don't know, probably what I would do is probably make a short page on this side, and you could add to that. However, you've got, I put this on the back of it, and this one shows a fold line where the other ones didn't. So, I don't know. You could even use this. as the front of your page. If you wanted to, you could use this in the middle of your signature, and then you would see all of it. If you use this as your front page. Whatever you want to do. This one goes this way. So pretty. And this one's got lines on the back, very faint lines. It's a little different. Okay, so now I'm including 2 large music sheets, because that's upside down. Two of these note papers I got out of a book I got at a thrift store, and I thought these were so cute. I've used this in a lot of journals, so I'm including 2 pages of that. This is kind of a linen type paper that, you know, we used to type our resumes and that kind of stuff. Looks like I have 3 pages of that. It's white, so you could, you know, color it up a little bit if you wanted to, or not use it at all. This is your journal. This is your, whoever gets this is going to be your kit, and you can do with whatever you want. This is out of a book I got off Amazon called Reminisce, and I thought these pages would go in here perhaps, so you can do with those. You can cut them apart, you cut them in half and fold them and make a little folio, whatever you want to do. So there's those, and then I'm including some plain green and pink copy paper, and a couple pieces of vellum. There's 2 pieces of vellum here. Okay. So just to show you, like, some of these have a beige on the back or green. I would put, the way I do it is I put them so that, like, this would go against a page like this that has a lot of green in it. It would look really pretty. Or, you know, you could even do, well, that's got green on the back of it, but if you put it next to this page, it brings out the green in here. The same with the pinks on the back. If you put it next to a page that's got a lot of pink in it, like this one, see how it really looks good next to that page. And this has got some yellow green in it, and this picture has, this flower is a yellow green. It's got a little bit of yellow in here, so that would look pretty next to that one. This one's got more green in it, so I would probably put it like either next to this page, it's got green, or this one. Oh, look at that. It really makes a difference on how you arrange your papers. Now this looks pretty against that one, but like I said, you know, this is your journal, you do. That would look good against there. Or this one. They all, you know, ooh, look really pretty against that one. Or the one under, maybe this one. That. Very pretty. And this has got more mellow green, and that looks really good against that one, I think. And this is a green here. They all have a little bit of green in them. Might look good against that. It's got some darker green. This is a very light color here. So, you know, it would look good against anything, really. It's pretty light. So I think you get the idea. This one has some of this color in here. So that would look good against that page. This one, I think I had it upside down. So you could even turn this page over and have it next to, have this the front page. Look how cute that looks with that paper. It's a little washed out on camera. It's a little more vibrant color, but, and then this would be the back, which would look good against any of these, or now you've got these plain sheets, so you could put a plain sheet in between any of these, and that would look pretty against that. And then you've got that. It's hard to tell sometimes how these go, but you gotta look at the stems, how they're going. So this is right side up. That looks really pretty. So I think you get the idea of how to put these together if you're fairly new on doing this. And like I said, you can look at that. My gosh, the same color in here. Beautiful. Okay, and you've got these plain papers that you can fold and put in between too. Okay, so there's all the papers that I'm sending in this kit. Okay, now the ephemera, these pieces of ephemera I made with these digital kits that went well with this, and I think these were from Scrapbooking with Me, and I thought they went so well. Oops. So I made this large tag. Look at this. Isn't this just sweet? So pretty. So there's a large tag you're getting. These were all on the same page. So there's 2 journal cards. There's a smaller journal card. And there's a tiny little tag. Very sweet. There are 2 of these type of pockets. You could put them in the middle of the signature. Put one on either side like that. Whatever you want to do. There's those. This is a journal card. It's another journal card. And then there were all these stamps, so I cut them out with my zigzag scissors and then mounted them on pink. So you have a whole bunch of these little faux stamps, okay? And then there were some tabs, so I cut those out. Very cute. And this was part of a piece of paper that was left, and I thought that would make a cute either a belly band, or you could make a it's just the paper, or you could make a bookmark with it, or whatever you want to do, or you could cut this in half and use both pieces for something else. There's a little journal card there, and then there were these 2 little tags. I cut the holes in here, but I didn't put anything because you could use whatever ribbons you want in there. And I didn't get it out yet, but after this is done, I will get some of that ribbon I get from My Scrap Cabins, and I will be including some of that also, that you could use for your closure on your journal or whatever. I did not include a cover, but there are 2 postcards. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so those are all the pieces that I made from something. Well, I made all these also. A couple of them I got from somebody, but this I made recently made a video on doing these, and these were so fun. And I thought, you know, the colors in here go really well, so there's that. This was in my stash, and this was a altered paper clip, and you can use it or not. I think the colors go well, but you know, whatever you want to do with that. This was a piece of masterboard that I had cut out in the shape of a journal card, so you can do whatever you want to with that. Same with this one. You could cover the back with other colors. Look how it goes on that page. I mean, I just tried to pick out colors that might go in here well. And that's something I made quite a while ago. I believe this is a piece of a napkin. And then I Mod Podged over that. This is a pocket I made a while back out of an envelope. And I think it's an envelope. Yeah. And so this color really isn't in here too much, but I think it still would be pretty. Maybe you could use it maybe on one of the plain pages, or your music page would be pretty. So I'm putting in one of these. I got these prayer cards a while back, and they're in a real pretty tan, and I got those at a, I don't know, garage sale, or I don't go to garage sales too much anymore, but I think it was at a thrift store. That's where I get a lot of my stuff. And then it's got scriptures on the back, which is really cool. And then you can write your prayers on here. This I got from somebody, and I can't remember who, but a little tiny envelope. Isn't that cute? This is an envelope that I made out of some scrap paper from one of the journals I made. And I think the colors will go well in here. What I typically do with these is I will glue this down to a page, and then you've got the pocket. You could cut a notch up here if you wanted to make it easier to get into. Then you can either glue it on 3 sides and have a pocket behind, and then this pocket, whatever you want to do, you can put another pocket on the front. You can decorate this more. It's just plain. So there's that. This was in my stash. I made a bunch of these one time. It was an idea that I picked up from somebody, and I can't remember who. But it's like, can't remember exactly how this works. I think you glue this down on your page like a pocket, okay? And then this flaps out. And then there's a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket here. And you can put all kinds of stuff in it, like I've got, I'm putting in 2 of these little cards that I got one time. You are more precious than gold, and it's got a scripture on the back, and they all say something different. So, you know, this is a piece of ephemera. I got this, I believe this is a sticker. Okay. So I'm just going to put this stuff in here. This is a sticker. I'm going to put the stickers in here. These are just pieces of ephemera. This stuff here I bought off Amazon. And so I just picked out the pieces that I thought would go in here. So I'm going to just put those up here. These were all in a pack from Amazon. All these. This is a sticker and this is a sticker. I thought that little clock was cute. Okay, stickers are going in there. This may be a sticker. I'm not exactly sure. It's a little piece of acetate. It's supposed to look like a stamp. There's 5 cents. So that's really cute. I think it is a sticker, but couldn't swear by it. There's a little tag. And I've had these. Somebody gave me a bunch of these. So these have scriptures on them too. You could color them if you want. Use them as pockets. Whatever you want to do. Okay. So those are going in there too. It's another one of those. There's another little different kind of a tag. Here's a sticker. Flowers. And then these 2 sheets here. May or may not go. It's just whatever you want to do. I'm not sure if they'll fit in here. Don't think so. But you know what? I'm going to put them in here. Okay. Let them stick out a little bit so you know they're there. Same with the prayer cards. Put those in there. Okay. And then this little tiny envelope, I think I'll just stick in here also. And then this is a negative of something I had die cut this butterfly out of. So you could use this as a pocket, put something behind it, decorate it up. I think this is really cute. You could put it on a tag, just like that, decorate it, journal card, whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's going in here also. I think I'll put it in here. One of my very first videos I did a year ago was on using your negatives that you punch outs and die cut negatives and stuff like that. You can put them on cards, do a lot of stuff with them. This is a piece I made. I learned this from somebody, and I think it might have been Charlotte with Charlotte Peterson. She always does an index card project on Fridays. And when you make a comment on that particular video where she makes these, you're in a drawing for the following week, and you could win whatever was made that week. So, but I made some of these. I thought they were so cute. So it's like a big envelope. And I put this little heart on there to hold it down. And the index card is the pocket on here. And I made this little tiny journal card in there. And then there's a tag that I put in here also. So I think that's just really, really cute. And you can either slip it into a pocket and then put more ephemera in there for somebody. You can send it as it is and put Happy Meal in it. Whatever your heart desires. But I wanted to include that also. And then I made this altered paper clip from the same paper. And I just put it on there like that, even though I didn't need it to hold it down, but that's included also. Okay, so now I'm including also, you're getting a lot of stuff in this kit, which I try to do. This is about, it's over a yard of this lace. It's so pretty. And this is a piece that I had cut off. I decided not to use for something. This is very pretty lace. I'm not into a lot of laces, but sometimes I just like to use a little lace in my journals, especially one that calls for it. This one might call for it, but it just depends whether you want to or not. I'm including some of this. There's not a lot of yellow in here, so, but there are a couple pages that have yellow, so I thought, well, that might look pretty cute on there. Whatever you put, you know, on a pocket or something like that. This is one of my favorites. I love this. I got this at Hobby Lobby on a spool. And that's the right side of it. No, this is the right side of it. Isn't that just pretty? And this is kind of an off-white color. And there's about 1.25 yards of this. Okay. And then I'm including a piece of this. And I think this is so pretty. You could put this, you know, on a pocket. You could cut these. I've done that. Cut these individually and put them like on an altered paper clip or whatever you want to do. I'm really beginning to love these trims, and I need to get some more. Okay, and then I'm including some of this bling. Okay, and the second to the last thing is I have this little bag of, there is a charm that I made for a previous project and I didn't use it. Okay, and then here's a charm that I'm including, and where is it? This little bee. So since there are bees in here, I thought that would really be cute. Those two together would be really cute. If you wanted to, usually when I have like, in the middle of my journal, if it's a 1 signature journal, I'll hang charms from the middle. And if it's a 3 signature journal, I use the middle signature and I hang charms. So there's some charms. And then I included some white and pink bulb pins. I'll get it spit out. And then some of these flat back pearls, and I've got light green, a darker pink, a light pink, white, and there's a peachy color in here also. So there's a variety of colors of those that you can use to put some bling on your pieces. So there's your kit, and you are also getting a beaded pin, which I make. And so that is coming with it also. And it will be in, oops, it's already, it will be inside of this bag. Okay, so there's your kit. Like I said, first come, first serve, so be watching. It will be on there. I need to take photos of it and then get it loaded up onto Etsy, and I'm going to try and do that. It will be on there for sure by 4 o'clock. We'll say 3 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you're Central, you're an hour later. If you're Eastern, you're 2 hours later than that. So 3 o'clock my time is Mountain Time. Okay? Pacific Time would be an hour sooner. All right, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you really like this kit. And I still have a kit that I made a few months ago, and it's mostly blues, and that's still in my Etsy shop, okay? All right, thank you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.